Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be teaching you how to make this lovely headpiece that can be worn for different occasion. You can make it with different color of beads, and even brides get to wear this too. If you'd like to see how I made this, stick around and you'll find out. To achieve this headpiece, you'll need to twist beads on a vine measuring up to 15 inches long. This is one, and I'll be showing you how I made this. So the first thing you need is your 0.50 mm wire. If you look on my table, you'll see that I have added some size 8 crystal beads to my 0.50 mm wire. That's the bead I'll be using in silver color. So once you get your 0.50 mm wire, put all of your beads. You can put 2 strands of beads on a long stretch of 0.50 mm wire, just like I have done in the video. Now it's time for us to start twisting. And for you to start, you need to measure out a long wire on your left hand side, measuring about 10 or 15 inches. You can make it longer if you want, but I think 10-15 inches is just fine. And now it's time to start twisting. So we want to twist the end of the beads, like that's the beginning part here. I hope that English is correct. So take one of the size 8 beads. Don't forget you have a long length on your left hand side. Now holding the bead, I like to count my beading, my twists. So watch me closely. The first thing you want to do is hold that bead between your thumb and your index finger. Twist 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. If you want it longer, that's fine. Now you take the wire again to the other side, the right hand side. Make sure that that one is not longer than the first bead that you twisted, and then you twist till you get to the end of that wire that you have a Y or V shape. Can you see that? Now twist 5 times. 3, 4, and 5. Now you're going to twist another vine out. Make sure it is not longer than the first bead you twisted. Twist again till you get to the end of that vine. Now you have made the first part of this headpiece. Look closely. Can you see what it looks like? And please, when you're twisting your wire, don't twist too tight. Now I'm going to twist 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll be twisting a right side on the right side. I always twist on the right side. So now you don't want it to be too long. You can use your tape rule to measure about 1 inch out, and then you twist your bead on that 1 inch. Watch closely. Hold your bead and then bend it. Make sure that it is not too long. Bend it, then lock and twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want you to look closely. Let me zoom in so you see. All right, so I want you to look closely to see how I'm twisting. Now I'm twisting the second branch. Can you see how close it is? Make sure that place is locked. Now you have a V. You twist 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now look closely. If you watch closely, you see that I'm almost close to the vine. The vine is the long wire in the middle of your bead branches. So I'm twisting a second bead branch all the way down. Look closely. Can you see that? Awesome. Now hold all 3 together and twist about once so that you lock it on the vine, or 2 times. Now that you've done that, hold all sides together and twist once. So we're having the branch side by side. Don't forget that we twisted the first part. That's the part that will stay at the end of the Alice band. And then we're twisting always on the right hand side, except you are left-handed. Now watch closely. I'm repeating the same thing I did earlier. That is all. A repetition of the same process till you get your desired length. I hope you understand this. But if you need more clarity, please ask questions in the comments and I'll definitely respond. Now look closely. See, I've gotten to the end. So I'm going to twist it so that it locks onto the vine and lock it. Now you see, we have them side by side. And now twist about 8 or 10 times, depends on the length you want. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm so sorry this is long, but I need to do this so that you understand the process well. Can you see we have them side by side? So you're basically going to be doing side by side till you get to 15 inches long. I have gotten my 15 inches. Now I want to lock the end of my 15 inches. So the same thing we did earlier when we started the headpiece is the same thing I'm doing here to lock it. So just twist your 3 branches. That's what I'm about to do right now. Watch closely. 3 branches. Yeah. After I'm done with the last branch, I'll just cut off the excess and then twist the wires together. We don't want any wires poking anywhere, so we have to close it up properly. Twist the wires together and then cut off the excess. And your headpiece is ready to be assembled. Avengers, assemble. Okay, now let's get started. Okay, so I have my Alice band that's already wrapped with the 2 extra ribbons on it. And I also have the beaded twisted hairband. That's a lot of words. So the first thing I want to do is place them on top of each other and then also kind of um space give space in between the twisted beads. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I have placed them on top of each other, and now I'm spacing them out. Because there are 2, you have to ensure that you are spacing out 2 branches. You understand? Just watch what I'm doing closely. Okay, so watch what I'm doing. Can you see? I'm using my fingers to give it space. This is so that it will be easy for me to join them together using the 0.50 mm wire, because that's what I'll be using to join them together on the Alice band. All right, so you're going to do this from the beginning till you get to the end. So now the space is very visible to avoid tangling by the time you are wrapping. So I'm going to take the vine and place it on the Alice band like so. Can you see where I'm putting it? Awesome. I want to show you what it's going to look like when I'm done. So that's it. Round from end to end. The Alice band measures about 15 inches long. So this is what I'm going to wrap it on. Now let's get wrapping. So you take a very long piece of 0.50 mm wire, and then you're going to wrap it round the 2 vines that you placed on top of each other, just to secure it first before you start wrapping it on your Alice band. It's very easy. Just make sure that by the time you're done, the sharp edge of the wire is not visible and it's locked. Okay, so that's all. Okay, so now it's time. I have locked the 2 headpieces together. You don't need to do it all the way, just the beginning. Now it's time for you to start wrapping on the Alice band. Now, a lot of people will make the mistake of wrapping it over and over and over. No, you need to be strategic with it. You will wrap and make sure that the wire holds it in strategic places. You don't need to wrap, and then you have so much wire underneath your Alice band. No. So just watch what I'm doing closely. It's very easy. Trust me. You can make 6 of this in a week. It's that easy. Can you see the reason why I decided to space the branches out before attaching it on the Alice band? Because if I didn't do that, it would be much difficult for me to do it. But because I have spaced it out, I can see what I'm doing and I can see it clearly. And like I said, please don't just wrap wire. You can just wrap once or twice on each space, or you skip one space and then move to the next space, so you don't have so much wire. Now I have gotten into the middle. Can you see it's coming together? So I'm going to do this till I get to the end of the headpiece, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. I hope you're enjoying the tutorial so far. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. So I've gotten to the end of the Alice band, and I want to add cup chains to this headpiece. That's to the middle. Now you can use cloth stones for this, Or you can use beads if you like, but I want to use cup chains because I think cup chains will make them look nice. So when you're done cutting your cup chains, you're using two in the middle so that it covers the whole of the Alice band. Cut the length you want, maybe 15 inches or less, depending on the size of your Alice band. Now watch closely to see how I place them. One thing I'd like you to note is that this cup chain is a big size cup chain. Watch closely. You have to ensure that both of them are on the same level when you want to put it together. So, and if you look closely, you see that the cup chains, they have metal. They are on metal and there's space in between each stone on the cup chain. That is where my wire wrapping will be. So I'm going to place that on the Alice band and then use my thumb to hold it down, my left thumb to hold it down while I use the 0.50 mm wire. Don't forget, my wire was very long. I did not cut it. So I'm going to use it continuously to wrap this cup chain. And if it gets short, I can always attach another one and continue my wrapping. So watch closely, please. So if the beads are disturbing you, move them out of the way and then take your 0.50 mm wire. Please watch this part closely and wrap it in between the cup chain. Can you see? In between the cup chain. Make sure that that wire sinks in between the cup chain because the cup chain is stones that are on metal, so there's spacing in between. That is where you'll be wrapping the wire. And the same way I say, don't just wrap. You can skip two spaces and then put your wire on the next space. Can you see that I have secured it on the Alice band? Now it's going to make my wrapping very easy. You don't need to wrap every single space on the cup chain. You can skip two spaces, you can skip three spaces. The most important thing is it sitting firmly? That is the most important thing. So please watch as I do this. It's very, very easy. And thank you so much for subscribing. And please don't forget to drop your comments if you have any questions. I'm here to answer all of your questions. Can you see that I am pushing the beads out of the way that are in my way? Oh my God, that's a repetition, but it's nice, yeah? All right, so you're going to keep doing this till you get to the end of the Alice band. And if your wire becomes short, you can always attach a new wire. I'll show you how to do this. Isn't this easy? Yes, it is. All right, so now my wire is short and I need to add an extension. This part you need to watch very, very closely. Cut another long piece of 0.50 mm wire. Now hold them together like so. Please watch closely to see what I'm doing. The short end and the new wire you just cut. Use your thumb to hold the new wire down and then twist the two ends of the short end and the new wire. I hope I'm not confusing you, but I hope you can see this clearly. Make sure you twist them very, very well and tight. Now that you have twisted it, cut off the excess. Make sure you cut where the wire is really twisted. Now watch as I hide this twisted wire in between the cup chain that I'm wrapping. So first of all, take it round so that it is secured like so. Good. Then you fold that pointy part, the twisted one, fold it, bend it so that it slips in between the cup chain. Please watch closely. Fold it in. You can also separate the cup chain so that you can hide it, hide the twisted wire in between it very well. So when you separate the cup chain, press the wire down. Now put the cup chain on top of it. And then use your thumb to make sure that the cup chain is sitting well together. Very well. I hope I didn't tabon there, but I'm sure you understand me, right? Awesome. Now, using your thumb as a guide to hold down the cup chain, continue your wrapping till you pass that place. Now, that is how you add wire to your wire that is short. I hope that was very easy for you. But don't forget, if you need clarity, please ask questions in the comment section. Thank you. Can you see that I have successfully hidden that twisted wire? You cannot see it anymore. It's not poking out because I have used the cup chain to cover it. Now this is how to do it. All right, let's keep wrapping the cup chain till we get to the end of the headpiece. All right, so it's time for me to cut off the excess cup chain because I'm done with wrapping the cup chain on the headpiece. Now, the end part, the finished look, this is what matters most. You want to hide every sharp edge, hide your wires. You don't want anyone seeing them. So watch how I do mine. You can do yours anyway. The end result is it must not have any sharp ends and it must not be poking your clients. All right, so watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my wire, wrap and then wrap up again about 3 or 4 times. Please watch and then finish up this headpiece. I hope you've loved this tutorial from the start till now. If you have, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notification bell, tell someone to tell someone to tell someone that you can learn how to make lovely headpieces on Olufemi Adu's TV. All right, watch closely. So what I'm doing is just I'm going to wrap about 2 or 3 times upward like I'm going back because I want to close up here. So when I'm done doing the wrapping, I'll also take my 0.50 wire and wrap it on one of the bead branches, tuck the wire in the bead and then finish up. Please watch closely. Okay, so you can see the end of my wire, right? I'm going to wrap the wire round that bead branch from bottom to the top. Then I'll use my fingers to push the wire into the bead and then use my flat nose to pull it out. But when you're pulling it out, please, you have to support it with your finger, like hold it and then pull out with your flat nose plier. And then when I'm done doing that, I'll twist the wire together. When you twist wire together, it sinks in. So the sharp end is going to sink into the twisted wire. Then I'll use my glue to finish up. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you piece this headpiece. Oh, did I just say double things? Is how you put it together. I'm very sure you understand what I mean. So that's my B7000 glue. Put it on that place where you twisted the sharp end in and then just leave it to dry up. Then we'll come back and fix the headpiece. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is the final step, and this is me just fixing the bead branches the way I want them to be. Now you can decide that after you're done, you can lift your bead branches up if you want them to stand, but I don't want mine to stand. I'm just going to be making maybe one little parts to just stand up, just a single bead branch, but you can make all of the bead branches stand up on both sides. This just depends on the look you're going for. So I'm just trying to fix the bead branches before I rock it and then show my client. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming this far with me. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also tell a friend to tell a friend. Share the link so that someone can learn how to make lovely, beautiful headpieces. The beauty of this headpiece is it's very versatile. So if you're a bride, you want to make your own headpiece, why don't you learn this and shine on your big day? If you have a girls' hangout, this is also perfect. Or if you're a wedding guest, this is also perfect. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. And please give me a thumbs up in the comment if you loved this video. Take care of yourselves till I see you again in my next video. Bye.